The people of Kuailo, known as the Kwama, lead a very simple life. They are one of the rare tribes in the north regions who live in the mountains of Bimeru. Just before arriving the village up the mountain, the entrance through the main path is rigged with magical and witchcraft potions. It is meant to trap anyone who comes into the village with an evil intention.
La population pour protéger leur village, ils font la barrière comme ça.
For the population to protect their village, they make a fetish barrier such as this. And then when an intruder comes with charms, the stone here immobilized them and they will fall sick. Then after 1 or 2 weeks, if he hasn't denounced himself, he dies. It is customary for women to put on leaves around their waist and nothing more but beads around their necks and wrists. They are a very cheerful tribe, welcoming to strangers and never ashamed or scared to share their lifestyle with those who visit them. The Kwama live in huts built out of mud and raffia, and their major activities involve farming and hunting. A common feature about the Kwama, which they share with other similar untouched ethnicities in the northern region of Cameroon, is that the women are more hardworking than the men. And this is evidenced by the fact that the women are in charge of building huts, taking care of farming, cooking and cleaning. The men just ensure the family is protected from internal and external conflicts. We the Kwama, we marry women for them to work on our farms. During the time of dance festivals, such as now, it is common to find the women gathered together under a tree, chatting and drinking a traditional beer known as the bilibili. In Bimeru, men and women are never found together except during dance festivals or courting, in which case a young man seeks to marry. Marriage in the Kwama is a very simple process. A young man would have to attend a dance festival and find among the maidens a suitable partner. After a brief discussion, the young man would report back to his parents, telling them he has found a partner. The latter would rather inform her best friend, and upon a suitable date, the two families would consent and hand over the maiden to her husband when the traditional rites have been completed. It is very common to find a young woman in the Kwama tribe with 2 front teeth removed. It is a sign of maturity and fertility for marriage. Polygamy is also allowed, as a man can marry as many as 10 wives as long as he can still fulfill his marriage rights. The staple food of the Kwama people is ground millet and boiled baobab leaves. It is often prepared to feed guests during celebrations, village gatherings, and dance festivals, such as the Gardida Dance Festival taking place.
I just got dressed in their traditional outfit. I'm going to be trying their dances, interacting with them, eating their food, and having a feel of what this culture or this environment is like. Don't I look like them? I guess I do.
Here we are in a typical Kwama festival. As we can see, here during the rainy seasons there are festivals. As we walk for a period of time, then we have a traditional feast. This festival is called the Dalgita Festival. It announces that soon we'll have a good harvest.
On appelle ça Danriga. Oui, ainsi c'est Danriga, c'est le milieu des marchés. Et ça annonce que dans bientôt, on aura la récolte, la bonne récolte.
Cameroon, they are one of Africa's surviving tribes. Their dances, the interaction with the people is just simply amazing. They all came out in their numbers to dance with me and share with me what their culture looks like. They are dressed in their regala, just like them. You know what? Let's go and dance.
The cooking preparations all begin with fetching water from the stream. The Kwama people drink water directly from a stream below the rocks, which also serve as drinking water for cows and bathing water for the villagers. A few maidens would have to go down the stream to fetch the water. Some of the older women stay back to prepare the millet. For the millet meal to be prepared, the seeds are collected from a mud-thatched dome. Usually, the oldest woman climbs into the dome to collect the millet, which is taken into a kitchen hut and placed into 3 troughs. And there, 3 other women joined to her would have to ground the millet with a stone by the hand. will take some time before all the millet becomes powdery and later stored. When the maidens who went to the stream return with water, it is brought, and then the cooking process can continue. The Kwama are mainly animists, and therefore they make obeisance to many gods. The oldest man of the village, known as the Temsi, also doubles as the only demigod of the village and serves as a chief custodian among the 3 priests of the village shrine. A sacred place forbidden to all women and female children, the shrine is reserved for male initiates, fetish priests, and visitors who can only stand a distance off to observe. This serves as a seat of power and wisdom for the Kwama people. Every child born must be blessed by the gods, and every villager who dies must be buried according to specifications from the gods of the village. To properly join the ancestors who keep watch over the village and direct their activities. It is said here that if a woman should stubbornly violate the shrine by observing or entering into it, she will bleed to death.
Bon, ici, c'est l'endroit sacré. L'endroit sacré ne s'occupe que les hommes, les femmes ne peuvent pas venir ici.
So here is a sacred shrine where women can't come to. Here the Kwama worship their god. Before and after anyone dies, they must consult the gods here, and after 2 years they dig the skull and make sure sacrifices are done, and they pour the blood of a chicken on it. And after 2 months, the skull must be buried in the village at Bimuru, the seat of fetish practice. The children of the deceased are the ones who ensure that the sacrifices, the customs, and the rites are done and followed properly.
L'enterrement, quand on enterre après 2 ans, on doit retirer le crâne. C'est les enfants de la personne, qui est mort là, ces enfants qui s'occupent de la fête des funérailles, ils retirent le crâne de leur papa et on ramène au village. C'est l'endroit là où se trouve le siège de Kwama, à Binduru.
The 3 priestly custodians of the shrine serve as mediators for the people and inform the gods whenever there are visitors. After this, they will return from the shrine to the village square where the food and drink prepared by the women will be served first to the Temsi and then to the rest of the people. Meanwhile, back in the village, the food is being prepared and the traditional beverage is being locally brewed, the bilibili. The bilibili is customarily a common beverage to the Kwama. They drink it both at festivals and on regular days. It is boiled in large pots, stirred, left to cool off and served in calabashes. While the bilibili is being made, the oldest woman of the village, with the most experience in cooking and making fires, uses a precisely primeval method to start a fire. Using a piece of cotton wrapped in a metal and a stone, she strikes hard, and all she needs is a spark to lit very dried sticks, and hands it over to a second woman who blows into the sticks, and more to the amazement of onlookers, there is the fire. The ground millet is being cooked. While baobab leaves are harvested to prepare a soup. At the end, the temsi would have to first be served, both the bilibili and the food, and then the villagers can have a piece of it. Thereafter, celebrations continue before everyone can retire to their hearts. Even though the people of Kwama are hidden in the mountains, they are the happiest sets of people in Bimeru. They are cheerful and are very welcoming to tourists. It would always be worthwhile to share a cultural experience with the Kwama people of Kuailo.